Welcome to Pucked Up Hockey Moms, the landing space for moms of all ages, shapes, and sizes. And we won't hate it if the non-mom joins either. We just hope your ears are as unfiltered as our mouths, and you're as passionate about hockey as we are. It's time to get offside, ladies, and no whistles are being blown here. I'm your host, Amanda, and on this week's episode, we are chatting with Kim from Long Island. Welcome, Kim.
Hello.
You and I have chatted some about your hockey journey and where it's led you. So to start off, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and where you're from, and then we can go from there.
Great. Yep. Again, my name is Kim. I am a mom of two boys. My oldest is 20. He'll be 21 in September, and my baby will be 18 in May. My oldest is what?
Big milestones.
Oh, huge milestones. Like they're always like that. They've always been in tandem together with big milestones. So I just, so my oldest will graduate college next year and my baby's graduating high school this year. It's a very odd, unique feeling, if I can describe it like that. But yeah, so mom, that's how I define myself, a mom of two boys. One's a hockey player, my oldest one, which is how we met. I mean, via the Etsy store. My other one is a baseball player.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is he super competitive with baseball too?
Oh, goodness. Yeah. 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 He is, yeah. They both have that competitive blood in them. So,
I mean, that's awesome. It's
yeah,
better than having no ambition at all. So
I agree. It balances out,
right? Yeah. No, that's great. So let's dig in. And you just said your son is a junior in college, which
yes,
for us up north means his third year or final year of college. And forgive me, because I know my son tries to explain this to me, but we literally just say like grades 1 through 12, then like first year, second year, etc. in post-secondary. Well, I think I'm not so down on the lingo because I did not do post-secondary. So yeah.
yeah, so he's finishing his third year of college, so he has 1 year left playing, and it is again, you're in a wild place where you're starting and he's a freshman on this team, and here we are, he's going to be entering his last season as a hockey player. It's crazy. Goes so fast.
That's like NCAA, right? You can play 4 years in college. Is that how it works out?
I don't know the rules actually. If you want to, you can't quote me on that. I'm actually not sure. I know
Nope.
that he has 4 years. I don't even know if he can play a fifth year. I really don't even know that answer.
I feel like I'm learning this, and I think 4 years is all you're eligible through NCAA, and that's why some kids will go play juniors after high school for a little bit, like junior A,
Yes.
junior B,
Yeah.
and then do their college because they're a little bit older if they haven't developed as much, and then do college. But again, I'm still learning.
My son will kill me because I am forever learning all the time. Here I am, and he's been playing forever at this point, and I'm still learning. Yeah.
That's okay. At least, I mean, if you're not learning, you're kind of dying. So that's right. I'd rather still be learning. So let's rewind for a minute. I know he's in college now, and it's probably gone by pretty fast. It still feels like forever ago, but probably still feels like it just started. Tell us what things were like when you first started and how you got involved in hockey.
I do love telling this story because Donnie, who's the son that plays hockey, he started his career in sports as a baseball player.
Okay.
Did baseball for really like from 5'4", always had a baseball bat in his hand. And there was a day that I was like, I want to take you ice skating. So it was just me and him. I left my little guy at home and we just went to the rink and he put a pair of ice skates on and he never wanted to take them off.
That's so cute.
And it still to this day like warms my heart to know that I was the first one to bring him on the ice and have him experience all that. It's such the warm and fuzzy feeling about it.
Yeah.
But so he started there. And then started with the skating lessons and transition into clinics, and it just it all fast forward until finally he made the switch from retiring from baseball to a full blown, like, turned baseball off, flipped hockey on, and he has not turned back. And that was in 2017, which is late for kids. Like, you have to understand, like, on Long Island here, like, that's late for a kid to like flip that switch, and he just excelled at it. He was so, and he's still like, my eyes glow when he plays. So
Oh, that's awesome. I
yeah,
know it's great. Like watching your kid on the ice, regardless of their skill level, it's just so awesome.
it really is
Yeah.
it's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm like, go faster, but really I can't do what they do. So like cheering them on and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I can't do any of this. So
Can't do it. I could do a good lap, which is what I did. I taught him how to do that good lap, but everything else I cannot do.
yep.
Yeah,
Gave him the foundation of the love of putting a skate on, and that is
exactly.
awesome. That is your claim to fame right there.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I'm dying to know the ins and outs of where you have been, like how you've gone from that to going through the thick of it to getting to junior, like into college. Like, what did
Uh,
that look like?
yeah, again, like I said, we really were on. He really did he did the work. He did the
Yeah,
work with the skating coaches, and then with, doing rec league, and then he was finally introduced from one skating coach to another skating coach that said, "Hey, come try out for this travel team."
yeah,
He went down to try out for a AAA travel team. I don't know how it works.
yeah,
Is it the same way? Yeah. So he tried out for a AAA travel team, and I mean, like, he's greener than green.
yeah,
Tries out, didn't make that AAA, but the coach of the AAA team said, "No, no, no, you need to continue on this path." He
yeah.
put him on a AA team and did that for a year, and then went back, tried out for the AAA team the next year,
Hmm.
and made it. And then, and we're doing high school at this time too. So
Yeah,
it was hockey 24/7. And
yeah.
yeah, it was a lot. But all good stuff. Like, it was just a
No, that's
lot.
no,
But
it is a lot. It's overwhelming, but
yeah.
you would take it back, right? Like you want to
Yeah,
do all of it. Yeah,
I would do it all over the same way. And then what happened to him was COVID. Like, you have to
yeah,
realize, my boy, like, he was in the middle of, like, that was it. Like, and hockey stopped. It was like a full blown halt. And
yeah,
I mean, we all went through it. It
yeah.
was,
Because
it,
what grade would he have been in then? What in 2020 when COVID?
11th. It was 11th grade. Everything stopped.
Okay,
Right? Yeah, it was
yeah,
11th, and it was just everything stopped. And so then once that stopped, and once everything started to resume again, and then tryouts, he decided at that point, Amanda, that he wanted to just go back to playing double A,
yeah,
playing high school hockey with his friends. He
yeah,
didn't want that level of, because he's in 10th grade doing triple A stuff, and
yeah.
trying.
No high school.
Yeah, it was just a wild
Yeah,
time. But yeah, so then he just went back to playing AAA hockey and high school, and it all just eventually evolved to then finding the college that he's at. He tried out for
yeah.
that team, and he ended up on, as a freshman on the college team. So
That's so cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really fun. Um, I was going to say, what are some of the biggest hurdles along the way? But it sounds like COVID was kind of one of them.
COVID was definitely the biggest one of them. I mean, if we're talking a college career
Yeah.
challenges, we've concussions, we've had a broken clavicle, like collarbone. He has 6 screws in, like, there's all
Oh,
those other hurdles, but
yeah.
I feel like COVID was the biggest hurdle
Yeah.
over all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, did he ever say to you, Mom, I feel like I missed out on regular kids stuff? Or no, he never really said that.
Yeah, the pressures of when he was on the AAA team, the pressure of maintaining, the practice rink was an hour
Hmm.
away from us, and it's always late at night. So the
Yeah.
pressure of academically, being awake in class, and
Yeah.
then practice, 3, 4 times a week, and games on the weekends, and travel. It was a lot.
Yeah.
He did say it was a lot at one point.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
did they have like any academy type scenarios where they incorporate school and athletics or no?
No, no, no. They're two totally separate, entities. Yeah. So he's in high school at the point, and the travel hockey, and on top of that, school hockey. So it's a lot for the, yeah.
Yeah, that is hard. And I know it's something that's kind of happened more so over the last handful of years where it's becoming available where the focus can be on both. So
It definitely, yeah.
so he played baseball as well, but did he do any other sport?
Nope, that was it. Once he transitioned from baseball, it was full on hockey, and that's all it's, we have deck hockey in there, we have roller hockey in there. There are other hockeys in there, but it's all hockey, ice hockey.
That's cool. So Canada, yeah, is pretty late to the game in realizing competitive sports can coexist with education. From the stories we've heard from friends and coaches over the years before this podcast, we should say, I've said it was either academic or athletic, and you couldn't do both. And it sounds like you guys kind of had the same in your area, but have you heard of stuff like that kind of further out from where you were, or did they have options for tutors or homeschooling or anything?
Nothing in the realm of the hockey world that I am in.
No.
Yeah, so I really wouldn't be able to speak on if that there is that opportunity there, because if there is, I don't know about it. I wouldn't be able to speak too much on it.
Yeah. And with your son being in 12th grade now and being competitive baseball, is that like a similar thing? Does he have travel teams and everything? And you're kind of doing the same scenario, but with a different sport?
Yeah, yes. He actually, my little guy transitioned, yes. He transitioned into his final year of senior baseball this year and made the decision that after this last final year, he's not going to go to school for baseball. He wants to go ahead and pursue golf. So
That's a change.
yeah, it's a it's a wild mama two boys of their dedication and drive about their life paths
Yeah.
are that, because my little guy has been playing baseball his entire life, travel
Yeah.
baseball, school baseball, and he made the decision that after this last season of senior baseball that it's over, he's
Not.
going to transition to golf.
That's crazy. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like, I love that he knows what he wants to do and is ready to just go for it, right? Having that passion and drive and competitive mindset, you just kind of own what you want to do. You get that confidence from sports that you can do what you want to do. And I think
Um,
that's amazing. So good for
I
him.
think it's I completely
Um,
support it.
Total sidetrack here.
Yeah.
What would you say your son's thoughts were on his sports taking him through college, and where does he hope to go from here?
My older guy was, I mean, so hockey has given my son a definite, it's kind of how I define myself is, as I introduced myself, I define myself as a mom now. He defines himself as a hockey player. And so he's going to finish out this last year and then continue playing men's league, which is, I'm super excited for him about, because he gets to still maintain those relationships. Because in
Yes.
hockey, you form such great friendships,
Yeah, you
and
do.
he's going to get to continue that playing on men's league teams now.
That's awesome. Does he see
Yeah.
himself like doing coaching roles or anything, whether for fun or
He
just,
actually has mentioned that before.
yeah,
He actually just started speaking on that note, and I hope he does, because I think he'd be great at it.
that's great. I mean, it seems like there's so many more opportunities for coaches from like if you've played in college and high level and whatnot. Like I
Yep.
know a lot of the academies I've talked about and stuff, you can see like all their coaching roster, they've played college hockey, and that's great. Like it's a good skill set. You know, you
Yep.
have that competitiveness and you can carry it on through your career and use that with you. So
Yeah, and I think I would love that for him, for the relatability of knowing he had just gone through all that. I do hope that would be a great choice if he wants to go ahead and do that. Again, fully support it.
that's so cool. Yeah, I know there's a lot of different even online courses they have for like the high level coaching too. So
Yep.
you can just send him some like little here's an email here. Just so you know. um uh, what are you going to do with all your spare time once he's not playing? I guess you still don't have too much since your son's.
Amanda, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've been preaching this to my,
Yeah.
and I don't know what I'm going to do come June. I don't know. Like, I will be I know I'll be at the beach because I
Yeah,
love the beach, but this will be my first summer since honestly having kids that I will have nothing to do for this summer. I
yeah,
still have the next hockey season coming
mhm,
around. It's his final hockey season, but
yeah.
I don't actually know what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna pick up another hobby.
You're gonna have to do like create a mom hockey support group or
Yeah,
something, you know?
exactly.
You could mentor other hockey moms. I think that'd be great. Use all your experience and wisdom of like this is how you get through this stage.
Yeah.
Or do what I plan on doing and just being like that weird bag lady that shows up at all the rinks that people are assuming is a grandma of one of the players that isn't, and just start cheering really loud just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Let's jump into your side gig here and kind of how I found you in one of my usual stalker like ways that I seem to do. But I found you in a hockey group thing with your awesome hoodies that I now am obsessed with.
Oh, thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, they're really awesome and clearly on brand for my loud cheering ways. Tell us about what led you to starting this up and how long it took you to get it started and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it was one of those things where I'm scrolling social media and I'm like, there has to be a way I can create a side hustle that
Yeah,
I can generate money. Because side note, I am a photographer outside of what I do full time for a living,
yeah,
which is marketing. So I was like, there has to be some way I can use my marketing mind, my photography creativity, and figure out a way. And I'm pretty intelligent, I think, with being computer savvy. So I was like, let me
yeah,
just see. So I'm like, I'm going to take a stab in Etsy.
yeah.
Oh, I did not know what the legwork was going to be.
Oh,
So I
geez.
truly appreciate that you have found me. But I've been doing this now since October of 2023,
Okay.
and it's finally getting legs.
Well, that's good.
Finally,
I mean, that's a long time and a good commitment, but
yeah.
good for you for getting legs and sticking with it because sometimes that's what it is just sticking with it,
But
right?
I will tell you that it is the drive of loving hockey so much, and
Yeah.
no shade to my younger son for baseball, but I love hockey. I love watching it. I love the smell of ice.
Yeah.
There's nothing like being in a fucking hockey rink
Nothing.
and
I
seeing
know.
your kid do what he loves. I love it.
Yeah.
So,
If
um,
if I could watch any sport, for me, 100% is hockey. Like we tried baseball for a season, and literally my son got a baseball to the face in the first 5 minutes of his first practice. It was awful, and it was so boring. I was pretty sure I was going to become an alcoholic, putting like booze in a Yeti, and I was like, "This is not for me. I can't do it." Husband,
yeah.
you're it. Go watch. I'm going to be in the car or at home. Like, yeah,
And yeah, and my little guy, he absolutely knows that if he wasn't a catcher and if he wasn't especially so cute at what he does in baseball, there's just a different love for hockey, and he knows
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But yeah, so that was what kept me going, is that I was like, there's something here. And
yeah,
it is a very niche down place in Etsy, and there are it's highly competitive, but it just creating new designs, and that's what I really honed in on, is learning how to create unique designs that weren't the copy and cut paste of
yeah,
what everyone else is selling,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
one of the ones that you bought.
I know. I love it. It said, "Stay warm, cheer loud," and I
Cheer
was like,
loudly. Yeah.
I am always cold, and I cheer loud. These are
Yeah.
two things that are for me. So
Yeah.
it was so cute, and I like a toque with a pom pom. So yep, add to cart.
Again, I truly appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I wear it on my like casual Fridays at work, and it's getting nicer out. I think it's 19 Celsius, so I don't know what that is. Hold on, 50. It's like 85 here right now.
Oh,
So I don't really need it to be it like I don't need it that much, but
oh,
I'm wearing it anyway.
I have weather envy then, because it's still freezing here.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be colder. It'll drop like a bit pretty quickly. I'd say that's not average. Today is really nice because I always have to go, okay, take your weather. And my grandpa told me, so it's probably not super accurate, but it was like -30 and divide it by 2. So quickly I was trying to like double it and add 30 in my math in my head. So yeah, my poor math skills were taking me a minute there. Um, what has the feedback been like for your store then? I know you said it took a little bit, but
Yeah, I really, yeah, I'm very superstitious, knock wood, that I
yeah,
am I have a 4.9 rating, which is it's a phenomenal, and I think there's, last I checked, there's 80 reviews. I'm at
nice.
it just I feel like I'm so very, very lucky because I'm finally, I'm getting the traction, I'm getting the positive reviews, and it all the hard work and hours in front of the computer are really starting to,
Yeah,
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 unfold for me.
that's good. Where would you like to see your brand go or grow to?
Again, I wish I can say that there has been like this grand, especially me being in marketing, that I had this great freaking,
Plan or vision?
I really wish I did. I just truly love generating and making
Yeah,
unique designs, and it's so funny if when you actually when you go to my either Instagram or my Etsy store, everything is branded with pace, like, because that's my last name.
yeah,
So everything is done with like the thought in the back of my mind of, if I was a mom, what would I want to wear? Or what would I
yeah.
like? Or it's, and then it take that the stuff further of, okay, now I see what I like. Let's take
Mhm.
the suggestions of what other people are giving. Like, and that's the beauty of it, is that people are
Yeah,
now emailing me saying, hey, can you do this?
that's
I,
awesome. I know.
I
I was looking at some and I was like, I'm gonna have to see if she can make some for my pucked up brand.
and I absolutely can,
Excellent.
which is, that's the beauty of it, is that having that of people saying,
Yeah,
hey, can you do this?
yeah.
I never imagined that in 2023 when I started this.
Yeah, and that's what's so cool about the internet is it doesn't matter how far away you are for some things. Like we're still a pretty small world when you look at it, and to
Yeah,
being able to collaborate and work with people and just kind of bring different communities together, I think is pretty awesome. So that's why I love sharing with anyone. And in this climate where some people are a little bit too all Canada, all US, I don't care. I'm
yes,
I'm 100% how I can help someone else. And not necessarily, I'm not like, how can it help me? I'm more like, how can I help share someone else's awesome things? And how can it help someone else's life at the same time and help more people? Like, I just like to help people, and it doesn't matter to me where you're from. So I just think people need to be good humans. End of story.
I
So
fully support that. Yep,
yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
So thank you. I appreciate it. Um, if you could give advice to new hockey families starting out, what would it be
Oh
and
my
why?
God. I could write a thesis on this. I can genuinely write a thesis on this, because there is just so much knowledge
Yeah.
that comes with having a kid that started and is,
Hmm.
at the age now, almost turning 21. There is a lot of knowledge out there, but I think my number one tip would be to listen to your kid,
Hmm.
listen to your kid on what he wants to do,
Yeah.
push where you know your kid needs to be pushed, help him understand that you don't get anywhere without the hard work. And then, so separate all that for what you want to do for your kid. As a mom in the arena, the hockey space, stay away from the drama. Please
Yeah.
stop. Like, the drama of hockey is unlike nobody else's business. It's crazy. And if you remove yourself from the drama of who's going here and who's going there and who's, just always put your kid's interest first, not your own. Don't put
Yeah.
I fully support that. Like, that would be my biggest thing.
That's some great advice. I know there is a lot of drama. Sometimes people get a bit of FOMO, fear of missing out, and
Yeah.
kind of like can't help getting involved. And then you're like, whoa, whoa, wait a minute, I need to step back. Like,
Yeah.
it is about the kids. They are all kids. Why is anybody saying anything bad about a child? They're
I,
children.
I, Amanda, I can go off so hard on the fact that I remove myself from standing in the bleachers with the
Yes.
crowd and removing myself to the ice because I have no tolerance for anyone that
Hmm.
fucking talks shit about a kid that is trying to do his best out there. Like it
Yeah,
drives me absolutely insane.
I know. I
Um,
know. And like, I randomly blurt words. So I like to sit far away from people because some people don't or always take offense to what I'm saying. And really, it's only like a third of my, no, actually, it's like a 20th% of the inner monologue that's going on in my head. So to take it out of context is so true, so easy.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like, I'm not really trying to offend someone. That was just like a tiny snippet of what's going on in my brain. So it's definitely easily to not know what I mean.
yeah.
So I sit far from people, and if I record video, it's on mute because I don't want people to think I'm trying to like pick on someone, because I'm not. I'm literally probably saying something about my own kid,
Your own
or
kid. That's what
yeah,
I was just going to interrupt you and say. It's
yeah,
normally about your own kid that you're talking about in
I
your head,
know.
but
But I was thinking about it from like 2 plays ago, but it came out at the exact same time that their kid did something, and they think I'm talking about their kid, and I'm
yeah.
not. Like, so I just sit far away because, yeah, I'm tall and I'm loud, and people assume I'm always talking about their kid, I think, and I'm not. I, you know.
Again, we share that same height thing, which I've
Yeah,
shared.
you
I
said
am
you
a
were
tall
tall
mom
too.
too, so
Yeah, and it's intimidating to people, I think. I took that for granted for a long time. I'm like, but I just want to be nice to everyone. I know I'm loud, but really, I will be nice to everyone until they're mean to me, and then I will not be nice.
yeah. Yeah. Uh,
um, on to my final and favorite question. If you could talk to any professional athlete in any sport or their mother, who would it be and what would you ask?
just so if I could give you the complete transparent
Yeah,
answers for this, I had a conversation. So I told my oldest, my hockey player, that I was doing this,
awesome.
and we had the conversation about how would I answer? I can't, all I can tell you is that I truly live for watching my kids play sports. So there isn't anyone else I would actually want to, and it's a sports player, not like I live to watch my kids play sports. So there isn't anyone else I'd want a player
Yeah,
or a mom because
they're your favorite athlete. You're good.
my favorite athletes are my kids. I know it sounds so super like,
Mhm.
but, but yeah, my
No,
favorite
no,
athletes are my kids.
there are a lot of posts about how I'm already with my favorite athlete, right? So
Yeah.
then guess talking to your kid about their experience and stuff is really all you can do in that area, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
I just living and breathing what they've gone through, both of them. I mean, again,
Yeah,
sports is a very fickle world. It
it
is
is.
cutthroat, it's humbling, but it's the having my kids in sports. I could speak for myself. Having my kids in sports is the best thing
Mhm.
I could have ever done for my kids.
Agreed.
It gives them the dedication and the motivation, and it's just all of it encompasses that team. There's no I in team, Amanda.
I mean, there's a me if we really want to get down to it. There's an M and an E. Um,
That's great.
sorry. Every time
Never thought,
somebody says that, I always think, I'm like, yeah, but there's a me. So if
thought about that. Like,
you should put that on a shirt.
you know what? And I will give you full credit for that because
I will take it.
that is freaking brilliant.
You heard it here first. This is how things are born, right? No,
Yes.
there isn't. Like, you learn so much more in a group setting, like working. I say it all the time. I know I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but working together, learning to work with people you may or may not like, showing up on time when you may or may
Yes.
not want to, it just gives you so many benefits for the future in life, in work, in fun. So it's priceless.
Yes.
I
I
did
just
I didn't ask, did your youngest ever contemplate hockey?
He did. So yeah, they both tried hockey at one
Mhm.
point together, and their hearts were completely different. Yeah, he went baseball, stayed baseball, and he did contemplate it, and it is a quite nice balance though, because
Yeah.
even though sports blend all year long, like there
Yeah.
is like right now, my oldest, his hockey season's over, so we're full swing in baseball right now. So
Yeah. That
there
is
is a nice
nice.
balance. Yeah,
Then they're not really competing with each other or being compared to each other. So
exactly. Yeah.
there's that. Yeah. I mean, I have a boy and a girl who both play. So we always like to say, like, I can say, oh, you're my favorite son and you're my favorite daughter. And I don't have to feel like I'm really choosing a favorite. But yeah, like we can compare them, but we don't compare them. Like
Right.
we're like, oh, at
Yeah.
this stage they did this and they did that, but we're not saying one's better or not. It's just they're different style and different people. So, is there anything you want to add that I didn't ask already?
No, I just again wanted to say that I truly appreciate you reaching out, supporting my
Oh,
shop. That's the number one thing is one, supporting my shop, two, leaving reviewing it, and three, contacting me to actually have a conversation with my very strong Long Island accent.
I can't even hear
Oh, God bless you. Oh,
Do I have a strong Canadian accent?
no, like no. I thought I would like I actually I'd be like, oh, she's gonna understand an accent, but you don't even have an accent. It's very faintly there.
All of our preconceived notions, hey?
Yeah. But we
That's
can high
awesome.
five on the height.
Boop. Yep, I know. It's great. Us tall girls got to stick together. Us hockey
Yeah.
moms, all those things.
Yeah, but
Well,
no,
I really appreciate you coming on, and I will post a link to your Instagram and your Etsy shop in the show notes too, so people can find your awesomeness.
I
And
appreciate it. And again, I will reciprocate. Keep doing
sounds
what
good.
again, I want to give love back to you though, because I love your podcast.
Oh, thank you.
It is, you have great, yeah, they've been great. Every single one of them I listen to. So I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, until next week, stay loud, stay proud, and stay puckin' wild. Thanks for tuning in today, and we appreciate you listening. Catch us next week for another mix of hockey tales, tricks, and or tips.